Next thing we want to do once the mandolin is set up is to get it into tune. The names of the strings is E, that's the one closest to the floor and the highest sounding string. The next one above that is A, and the next one above that is D, and the next one above that is G. Best way to get your instrument into tune is to use something called an electronic tuner. We used to just use tuning forks in the early days, but now electronic tuners really make it the job easier. There's tuners that are dedicated to tuning, like you see here in the picture. You basically play the string and the meter, or there'd be maybe a needle there, or it could just be letters, and it'll tell you if you're close or not to the string being in pitch. There's also an ability to use your smartphone for tuning. You download the app. A guitar tuner or a chromatic tuner would be the way to go with that. The strings, you can see here, there's actually 8 on your mandolin, but even though there's 8, we think of only 4 because they're in groups of 2. And that's what gives the mandolin its unique sound. It's like a chorusing effect. So when I say play the first string, that's actually the first 2 strings. It's called that course. E, A, D, and G. A good way to remember these strings is the phrase, good dogs always eat. G, good, D for dogs, A for always, and E for eat. Good dogs always eat. You want to hold the pick. I'm just using a regular guitar pick so that it is, I guess, at a 90-degree angle to the thumb. I like to use my first finger to pinch that so that it comes out the side like that. And I use my other 3 fingers to kind of get the proper elevation to the top, and my arm is resting on the back. You don't want the right hand moving around a whole lot. You want to keep it right up there on the top so that it's a nice, clean, comfortable, consistent tone. And I'm playing about, maybe 3 inches from forward of the bridge, very close to the end of the fingerboard. Let's try this together. Let's take your pick, and we're going to go towards the floor with the pick. It's called down. It's a down pick. Then let's play the A string. Do the same thing. That's good. Let's try the D string. And finally, let's do the G string. Let's try that again. E, and then A, and then D, and then G. Let's try it one more time, but don't look at your pick. Let's see if you can find those strings without actually looking at it. You can look at the screen if you wish to see where I'm at. Are you ready? Let's try it. Here we go. E, then A, and then D, and then G. Sweet. Now this time what we want to do is actually count a total of 4 counts or 4 beats for each note. I'm going to give you a count to start off. 1, 2, 3, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, D. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then G. 2, 3, 4. Great. Those are called whole notes. We'll talk about that in more depth and detail as we move along here. Now, this time we're going to try it again, but when we get to the G, we're going to go back to the E. Let's try it together. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, here we go. E, 2, 3, 4, A, 2, 3, 4, then D, 2, 3, 4, and then G, 2, 3, 4, D, 2, 3, 4, A, 2, 3, 4, E, 2, 3, 4, and one final A to finish that. Very nice. And what we just played was our first song called Good Dogs Always Eat. We can try that now with the band.